What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Sunday. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show with the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devontae.
And the second baddest saved bitch on the block because it's Resurrection Sunday. Kelvin Unique. What's up? How you living?
I'm living well. And you?
I'm doing wonderfully well. We have a wonderful guest in the building. I'm excited about this one.
Let the people know.
We have someone that is near and dear to my heart who always has an encouraging word whenever I see him out and about. We have minister, actor, activist, Ben Carlton in the building. Let's give it up for him.
Whoop, whoop.
How you feeling?
I'm well and better than I'm sitting with both of you, the baddest bitches I hear.
That's right.
I said, woo, on Resurrection Sunday, but I'll go with it.
You know, I was saying earlier, I'm the heathen in the room. So like right now, I'm seeing y'all in y'all Easter threads. I'm like, why do they look so,
Well, he got up today. He got up.
Calvin knows this. You don't know this. I'm not a church baby.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'm like, a lot of things go right over my head. Like we were playing culture tags yesterday, and there was like a whole church category.
Yeah, and Eric got every last one of them wrong.
But there is always room in the kingdom of love. So whether you were a baby or not, love is always waiting for you.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the energy you're getting on this good Easter Sunday. So get ready for a great show. How are y'all doing, Kelvin?
I'm doing good, working on this mic, child.
Story of your life.
I know.
Not on Easter Sunday.
I know. Put it in my face. Okay. All right.
Harass.
Okay, none. Sorry, God knows all my heart. No, I'm doing wonderfully well. It's been a beautiful week. Like the weather has been so nice this week, and I really feel like going to the beach, but I hate sand. So that's out the question.
That's why you take your slides.
Yeah, the sand still gets in the slides. I don't know if it's because I'm a Midwesterner at heart and we don't have beaches. We don't do the coast. I don't like it. Like, I don't think it's relaxing. I don't think any of that stuff.
I was going to ask him, like, I feel like you have a bunch of dirt roads.
Wow. I live in the city. I've come from the city of the country.
Okay.
Fort Wayne's the metropolitan area, the second largest city in Indiana, actually.
Oh wow.
Thank you so much.
Rep your hood.
But no, I feel like it's been good. It's been a good week. It's been the week of chill because I'm in between jobs before I start the next one. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, what do y'all do at idle time?
Do things I love.
Like what?
I'll write. I will. What can I do for myself? I'll edit videos, study something I want to know more about on YouTube. Like really take that time to develop yourself. We give so much time to these companies that we don't even know what to do with free time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, our whole life should be our free time. We're supposed to dictate it, but government systems and things set in place force us to lose sight of that. So I say, do what you like doing.
Yeah. Then what do you do with your idle time?
Sleep.
You sleep.
Or travel and then sleep.
Ben is always on the move, though. I see you on every carpet that I do, every function that I attend. Like, you are never not outside.
Yeah, so when it's time not to be, I sleep. I love to sleep. I love to sleep. I love to cuddle. I love to just, I'm an introvert and extrovert.
So you're a bid person.
Yes.
And Ben got a nice ass home. I ain't gonna say the layout of it because then crazy bitches might try and find you. But I wouldn't want to leave either. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, I went there for his Christmas karaoke function.
Yes.
It was a great time, but it was so nice.
Just sitting here wondering where my invite. Christmas karaoke.
Well, there's always more.
I've heard of all these epic Ben house parties, and you know how many I've been invited to.
You gonna give the number?
None.
Oh, Ben, how you gonna come to our show and do him like that? Well, I get invited, so I'm not pressed. But
wow,
Calvin, don't invite me to shit. I don't feel bad.
Wow,
I'm living in this moment.
Wow, that's fine. I'll just continue to party from outside. Yeah. I'll be selling my fish dinners outside.
First of all, it out of sight, out of mind. We didn't ever run into each other because of COVID.
This is true.
But now that we run into each other more often, we will see each other more.
I'm just gonna pop up.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I literally am gonna watch everyone's Insta story that I know that you know, and wait for the day that's there. And I'm coming with a bottle.
Come on.
I'll be swinging a bottle, but I'll be coming with it.
You see why I said I didn't want to get the layout? You see why I said I didn't want to get the layout because crazy bitches do shit like that?
Right.
You're familiar with the property though.
I am familiar with. Why would you say that? Wait, time out. Let's clear that up.
No, I don't want to because
Let's
last
Don't
year
clear
you
it up. You get
Let's
too
clear
close
that
to
up.
the pinpoint.
Look,
Don't clear it.
bingo.
Don't clear it.
Pop goes the
We
weasel.
hadn't even been there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
Sound like I got a late night creep because Kelvin is what still single.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say here.
It's still here too. Me and Tisha. But no, that's been my week. It's been a chill week. I don't have any like crazy stories. Went to karaoke last night after. Oh, shout out to Dimitri. Happy birthday, Dimitri.
Happy birthday, Dimitri.
Happy birthday, Dimitri. We had a wonderful time at his barbecue yesterday. Some drunk man was eating macaroni and cheese sandwiches with ketchup, which was really weird.
One of the attendees at the function?
Yeah.
You are so shady. You've been on this since it was happening.
What do you mean?
You came up to me and you was like, this guy over here keeps dropping macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
Someone take him home.
I was annoyed.
Calvin was fed up, but the guy looked fine. So
he was very handsome, but he also had a.
All right, we're getting layered.
But
you won't ruin this Sunday for me.
this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
If you see your friends out and about and they are inebriated and they cannot stand, they are doing things that are inappropriate, you should say, okay, bro, it's either time to get you in an Uber and get you home, or it's time to take you home myself. Because a friend would not let me be out here embarrassing myself and messing up people's good stuff.
I like to think so.
That's just me.
I am split in that regard because I don't like to babysit. So if you can't handle your own, don't come out. I'm not your parent. I'm your friend, but I don't like interrupting my vibe because you couldn't control yourself. And if you have a consistency of not being able to control yourself, we can't hang out and we're probably no longer friends. I can't take it.
And I get that. I agree with that.
And
I won't invite you out, but guess what? I would definitely put you in an Uber. I have a friend who loves to drink.
Oh, child, don't say the name, please. I know your hosts are not hitting us up during the show.
That?
Oh my!
I know exactly what this
Calvin,
is.
are you kidding me?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
You need to tell them your schedule.
We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
This happens all the time, man. This happens all the time.
As long as it's that's a different sound. That's a different one. No, that's a different sound.
Now imagine that happening in church and the look on my face.
It happened.
Has it happened to you on the pulpit?
Ben. Well, black, gay, and a minute.
Okay, we're gonna get into this book in a few.
Branding, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday.
Okay.
I said, I wonder if anybody else knows what that sounded.
And if they did, their ears perked up. The sermon done changed.
It was probably one of them that hit you up 0 miles away.
0 miles.
0 miles.
The pastor not talking to me right now. Hold on, let me see who on here.
This word ain't for me, so
let me start my own word.
Slide past me. Okay.
Collect your blessings.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How was your week, Eric?
Everything is everything in the words of Lauren. I feel really blessed. I feel really active. My work life is booming. My social life is healthy. I feel surrounded by love. I think right now I just have to be more in control of perspective than ever before. Because I think for me, while I know I'm on track in life, for some reason I tell myself I'm not fully on track, which is like this weird habitual unhealthy thing I do. It's a blessing and a curse. It keeps me motivated, but it also makes me feel like, ugh. So I'm trying to be like as conscious of my feelings and what's really going on, as present as possible. Yesterday I had a great time. Got lit, but not too lit.
Yeah, you were lit. I was gonna
not too much, Kay.
I was gonna talk about your outfit.
Oh, I was comfortable.
Oh, you're real comfortable.
By the way, black people don't go to black pool parties. Black people don't get in the pool.
No, we don't
and
get
I'm
in the pool.
tired of
We don't
it.
I don't know why you thought we were actually going to get in the pool.
Because it was a really nice pool and it was warm.
Did you get in it?
Yes.
How long?
I wasn't fully in it. I put my feet in it.
Oh, okay.
Because imagine me just drenched and everyone else is dry.
Well, you were already naked, so it wouldn't matter if you were drenched.
I wasn't.
You had on what?
I was dressed enough. My week has been great.
I pull up to the function late. And my nigga out here walking around with his booty cheeks out.
That's such a lie. I had shorts on.
Yeah, you had on shorts?
Yeah.
And they were short.
Yeah. It was a pool party. I wasn't supposed to keep them on.
I pull up on Eric. I said, oh, so this how you acting when I'm not around? You thought I was going to pop up on your ass. That's what it was.
And a part of me got moist.
Oh, that means... Job well done.
It's the bass in the voice. I said, ooh.
It made me
it's
queasy.
A bit much.
I was like, oh, wow.
Eric out here showing out.
It was great. And Kelvin looked like a daddy. You were fully dressed.
I was fully dressed.
I didn't know how hot it was gonna get.
It was windy.
Yeah, I know.
It's cold.
I felt it. And we were by the pool, so it doubled up.
Yeah.
But I'm like you. I like to get naked at the parties. If I'm there, if it's water, why not? I don't know why people are scared.
I don't know what it is with black people. It's like my hair thing. Like someone came in a trench coat. I was like, look.
Someone did come in a trench.
I was like, look. Y'all clearly did not come to get in this pool, and I'm over it.
I came for the barbecue part, not the pool part.
I mean, I ate.
I might be a lame, but when you say pool party, pool.
Well, party. I can't get in outside pools. Chlorine and outside pools make me break out. I don't know what it is, but that's why I never get in the pool.
So chlorine and inside pools don't.
Yeah.
So you get in like the YMCA.
I can't. Which is really weird. I don't know if it's the filtration is different. I don't know if it's like the outside elements that just the sun and the chlorine or what it is. But every time I get into an outside door pool, I break out. I have to take like 5 Benadryls and like put the
5 Benadryls is OD.
Well, I used to have really bad allergies when I was younger. So antihistamines don't really make me sleepy or do anything like that to me. It just like gets rid of like my hives and like headaches and stuff.
Interesting.
You know them community kids be pissing that pool up at the YMCA,
I was about to say,
and that's the one you
that's
thrive
the
in?
pool I don't get.
That's why I ain't got COVID. Knock on wood.
You are Kelvin. There was so much in that one line.
No, that's why I really feel like I used to eat dirt when I was younger. I used to like be in the community pools,
the Indiana school system,
all that stuff. That's why I feel like I don't get sick like that. I don't get.
But that is true. The more you're exposed to germs, the less you get sick.
Yeah.
Disgusting, actually. My week has been great. Ben, how's your week been?
It has been fabulous. It has been a week of reckoning. As an entrepreneur, we are never settled, as you were talking about before. I never think that I'm not on track, but I always think there's more I could be doing. And you know, when we got to pay these bills, there is always more you can be doing,
baby.
And so I was just having a moment, and you know, the Spirit reconciled with me through confirmation of other people of things I need to get started on. So it was hectic. Like, what am I going to do next? And then all these messages that were the same from different people. I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing next.
I hear that. And you've been busting your ass. Shout outs to you. Like, your book tour has been phenomenal.
Thank you.
We spoke at the Truth Awards, one of the few red carpets we've done together. And you were telling me that everyone's getting a signed copy of your book. And I was telling you, I'm like, that's a flex. You better tap all these bitches like, hey, you got my book?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Like, even if we haven't met yet, you know me from this book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and
like,
after that, so many people I ran into was like, oh my gosh, you're the guy. I have your book.
So how does that feel for you right now?
It is amazing. You know, it's something that has been spoken over me since I was a kid, but to live in it now is just a reminder of never give up on the promises of God, no matter how long they take. But also, I went to an event and people were just honored that I was there. Like, Ben Carlton's here. And I'm like, yeah, me. I'm here. It's just that. Oh, wow. I'm at that place where people are now honored by, you know,
your presence, your existence,
and deeming whatever they got going on worthy to attend. So it is humbling because it is a great responsibility to bear. But it feels good.
Your name holds weight, especially in the Black gay community. Like, I feel like everyone knows you.
Yeah.
Fair assumption?
Yeah. Because I want to be the voice that leads us to healing, to wholeness, leads us to thriving in this space. Like, we don't always have to gather around our trauma and drama and issues. Let's gather because we want to be rich. Let's gather because we want to be wealthy. Let's gather because we want to be whole. Let's gather because we want to start, you know, living outside of the boxes and the borders and barriers and walls that people have put us in. And that's why I try to get into every space to set the people.
Yes. Well, you're definitely a minister, but we're gonna get into all of that, your journey, in a bit. So how much we can okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Bitch You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
Yeah. Did it get you where you needed to be?
It did.
Happy Sunday.
Happy.
Where's my background music?
Well, we got it. Can you start?
I just wanted to have a Patti LaBelle
Yeah,
moment.
have your moment.
So number one, Florida authorities launch investigation after a dolphin is found impaled on a beach. I put this in here because Florida is fucking wild. I just like to bring that up whenever I can. Officials from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission have launched an investigation after the body of a female dolphin was found with a single stab wound above her right eye on a local beach. The bottlenose dolphin was found washed ashore at Fort Myers Beach on March 24th in a necropsy. I'm guessing this is like a dolphin autopsy. Necropsy? Y'all ever heard of that?
I've never heard of a necropsy.
A necropsy. Oh wow! Just when you think you know shit. Conducted by the FFWCC, revealed that the adult female dolphin was lactating while she was stabbed by a spear-like object above her right eye. Officials said they believe the marine animal was attacked while in begging position, which is often associated with illegal feeding, as reported by the Orlando Sentinel. The NOAA strictly advises people not to hand feed dolphins as it can cause them to associate food with people, boats, and fishing gear. Additionally, it can lead to a harmful situation involving humans and dolphins. People can help prevent future harm to wild dolphins by not feeding or attempting to feed them. Dolphins fed by people learn to associate. I don't know why they put that in there. That's redundant. They said the same shit twice. Basically, somebody stabbed this dolphin, and I hate that because I love like wildlife, sea life, all of that stuff. Like I'm an aquarium type of bitch. So like I saw this and I was like, yo, what's wrong with people? Like, what do you gain by killing dolphins?
I don't know neither, but how do they know it's a human?
I guess the spear-like object.
How do they know it's a rhino? It's Florida.
Well, yes, everything's up for grabs in Florida. But I'm pretty sure it was a human.
How do they know it was another animal?
I don't what
because
animal was
it washed up
capable?
on shore, right?
Yeah.
So I was reading it. I don't listen. Once again, my degree is in journalism, not in geography,
not in necropsy,
not in acropsy, a niggeroxy. I just know what I know, and I just maybe it's the goodness in me that does not believe that somebody will stab a dolphin in the face and throw that thing back in the ocean.
That's called being naive. This country is wild.
What do they gain from that?
My question exactly. Florida, clean it up. Florida is a mess. When people tell me they want to move there, I'm like, what is the appeal?
Wait, hold on.
Well,
where are you from?
I'm from Philly, but I lived in Florida.
Okay.
I attended the illustrious Florida Agricultural Mechanical University.
Okay, let's go, FAMU.
Okay.
Let's go.
But I also lived in Miami for some years. And so
have you ever stabbed a dolphin?
No. I want to.
You wanted to stab a dolphin?
I want to swim with them. I never stabbed them, but I wanted to address when people say they want to go to Florida. When I say I'd rather be in Miami, Miami is not Florida.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so
it's like its own little island.
Absolutely. So I'm loving the Miami of it all, but everything else, yeah.
Did you get to experience how wild Florida is outside of Miami?
I did. It was nuts. I protested. I did all the things. Florida is crazy.
What's the wildest thing that you've seen firsthand in Florida?
The wildest thing that I've seen firsthand in Florida. Well, it would something I did. I swam with alligators.
Oh wow. Now why'd you do that?
You are a brave black man.
Now what will make you want to do that?
It was my birthday and everybody else was swimming with them and they didn't seem to be
so it's like
hurting everybody else.
I have so many questions. So like was this like at a alligator ranch where you just went to the wildlife?
It's a place called What Color Springs. And they
strike number one.
They eat
What Color Springs? What Color Springs?
I heard it too.
What Color Springs?
Okay.
And it's a beautiful clear water spring. You can see down like hundreds of feet. Huge fish, wildlife, snakes, everything. But because they have so much natural food, they don't bother you. So you jump in and swim and they're right there.
Did you touch one?
No. Now I got really close to a snake. And it didn't hit me after. I was like, Ben, why did you get that close to the snake that could have jumped up and bit you? But
you was really feeling your birthday, George.
I was.
I saw Deep Blue Sea.
Okay. What? What's the one?
LL.
Is that the one? LL? Like,
Yes,
it's like a shark fin.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay. Thank you, L.
That was my movie.
Thank you, Mr. Cool J. I do have a question for you. It's like being from Florida and with the whole "don't say gay" bill. How do you feel about that? Like, because we had a soft debate on here about it, because I understand, like, it's like K through third grade, we're not going to talk about sexuality.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to honestly talk to my kids about sexuality in the third grade, but I also understand that people have feelings early. So I wanted to know, what was your take on the whole "Don't Say Gay" bill?
So many different ways to look at this. First of all, when you look at the bill doesn't do anything new but discriminate against queer people. There's laws already on the books that protect children and give parents rights, because it's officially the parental right bill. But there's laws already that gives you rights, right? You can decide if you want your child to be in the sex ed class. You can decide all these things. So it's nothing new. People say they don't want to teach their kids about sexuality at a very early age, but when you think about the things you do, you already do. Oh, he got a little girlfriend. He's 4. Oh, she got a little boyfriend. She's 5. But yet when it becomes a queer issue, it's indoctrination. It's, all of these quote unquote perverted things. But yet on Disney Channel, they got different genders kissing. On Nickelodeon, they got different genders kissing. But when it comes to same gender, it's an issue. So the issue is the Republicans are using children as an issue because Ron DeSantis, who's a trashy human being, wants to run for president. He's Trump number 2. Trump's in Florida, if you didn't know. He moved from New York to Florida so he tried to protect himself.
That's fitting.
And so he's pushing all of these things through the Florida House to gain the attention so we can focus on him in Florida so he can run for president. So they're using kids as bait, which is a shame, because they just rejected all these textbooks saying what is it called? Critical race theory. They are redistricting Black communities to break up the Black power vote. And so it is nothing to do with protecting kids. It's nothing to do with LGBTQ. It's everything to do with him trying to be president and using all of these low-hanging fruits to get there. But I think people should just say, I'm homophobic. And I'd rather you say that than come up with these silly laws and reasonings of protecting kids, because now you're hurting kids. You're hurting the queer kids. You're hurting kids that come from queer families. And the teachers, you're hurting queer teachers, right? Who can't talk about their partners and their spouses and their families. And it's really trashy that they would do this to win elections, but it's also not beneath them because they're trashy people.
Yeah.
Thank you for that take on that.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. I feel like, what is it, K through third? I knew I was gay in third grade. I didn't have the terminology down pat.
Child, I know I was gay in daycare when I was on Javon.
Baby, when the doctor slapped my ass, I said, do it again. No one had to teach me.
Okay, by the way, these are the church kids.
I still love him. He loves me.
I'm real. It's the fake ones trying to be perfect, and that's not a realization.
No, I get that completely. I say that to say, like, third grade is when I needed, and I don't know how the conversation would have been like facilitated, but like it would have made me feel like less isolated. Had there been some understanding that you don't have to feel the same interest in girls that the other boys do, because boys are expressing it. But for me, it's kind of just like, Then I had the high-pitched voice. I didn't want to play sports with the rest of the kids. So it's like, I don't know how that lesson would have been taught. But if someone would have been like, there's a different way to be, I wouldn't have felt so misunderstood. Because the kids were calling me gay left and right. I don't even know if they knew what it was, but they were getting it from their parents. But we all had this understanding that it was different and that it was wrong. So, in third grade, that would have really helped me out.
I don't think I was called gay until maybe 6th grade.
Oh, they held out for you.
Yeah.
The girls gave it to me hot and ready.
I mean, have y'all ever heard of the medicine Ben Gay?
Oh,
baby.
fuck.
Baby.
Damn.
Baby. I couldn't win. I was feminine. I couldn't win for losing. All the girls either liked me because I was cute and I had, my mom did my hair in different ways.
Oh, was it? Do you have long hair? Ponytail?
Yeah.
I had a tail.
Oh my God.
I had a high top fade.
Okay.
I had curly hair. So all the girls would be around me. They would be my friends. I mean, I was called every name in the book, but Ben Gay, I hate that medicine. It ruined my life. But yeah, like you were saying, if there was a space to say it's okay to be you, and it's a space to say, hey guys, Ben is different. Don't tease him. But the teachers joined in with him.
You're lying.
No, they wanted me to man up, act like a boy. What?
I'm triggered.
Yeah.
I am triggered.
So, because I don't want you to get into another one before time's run out.
Yeah.
So, when do you think is an appropriate time to talk to children about sexuality?
Well, I actually have a book out.
You better promote.
The Birds and the Bees and Those in Between: How to Talk to Your Children About LGBTQAI Issues. And in my research, children understand sexuality as early as preschool. They understand pink and they understand blue. They understand what's for boys and they understand what's for girls. And so, as early as you can have conversations with them, right? I remember my mom having early conversations with me about, people touching you inappropriately, right? This is that. This is that. Someone shouldn't touch you here. So I think as early as possible, exposing them in a very healthy way is good. So that one, they're not exploring on their own. And then two, when something terrible does happen, they're able to recognize when that thing happens. So I don't think it's ever too early because kids are able to understand.
It's just a lot of parents don't have the range and are not willing or ready to have those conversations. So they put it on the kids. But kids know way more than we give them credit for. Way more. Kids are so intelligent. That's why it's like the baby talk, it just hinders their growth and development. So it's like, give it to kids straight. I mean, obviously, like within the parameters. But like, Yeah,
because I always wondered about that because I know for my future child, I would always want to be open and honest with them to their understanding because I know that this life is changing. Their best friend may have two parents that are same sex. Hell, they're going to have two same sex parents. So
I'm about to say, Calvin, you be sucking so much dick.
We'll be back after this.
Are you looking to sell your home? If your answer is yes, call the Walker Group at 310-421-6464. With over 18 years experience, the Walker Group has serviced clients throughout Southern California with their real estate need. Let us be of service to you as well. Once again, call the Walker Group at 310-421-6464 or visit our website at www.exprealty.com. Once again, that's www.exprealty.com.
Yo, this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, and even though they extra as hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Girl, what you doing on Tuesday?
Girl, you know I'm gonna be listening to Never Not Extra.
Oh, word. What time they come on?
Girl, you know they come on at 8:30, but only on Pacific Standard Time. So 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, how do I listen though?
Only on the Good News Radio app, girl.
The Good News Radio app. Okay, I'm about to download that right now.
Go ahead and download that shit, girl, and get in the comments, girl.
Oh, you know I'm gonna be up in there.
Because you know Kirsten be crazy.
And Moni be spilling that tea.
Ooh, all right. See you on Tuesday, girl.
Do you want to punch people in the face and not get fired for it? Tune in Monday night for Monday Night Compton Mania, only on the TGN Network. We'll see.
Only on TGN Sports.
Got a cough, allergies, mucus buildup, or do you just want to boost your immune system overall? Well, at the Organic Option, we make it easy to get your plant-based nutrients daily with organic tinctures and herbal capsules. Just put a few drops of tincture in your water, tea, or juice of your choice, and you'll be on your way to a healthier lifestyle in no time. Super blends like sea moss, bladderwrack, turmeric, and ginger, the mucus buster. We've got the organic solutions you need to keep your body at its best. Shop now at trytheorganicoption.com and use the promo code GOODNEWS for 30% off your order. Once again, that's trytheorganicoption.com. Feed your organs.
What up? It's Jay Pinkay from Limelight Live. Make sure you catch us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern on TGN Talks, where we're talking creative news and reviews, and I'm just pretty fun to talk to. Holla at your boy.
Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, email contact@tgnradio.net for more information.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Okay, let's hop into number 2.
Number 2.
Designer Amina Muwadi, shuts down ASAP Rocky cheating rumors, calling it fake gossip. The woman sitting in the middle of a viral cheating rumor about ASAP Rocky has cleared the air. Fashion designer Amina Muwadi jumped on her social accounts to shut down the narrative that Rocky stepped out on Rihanna. Amina described the story as a lie, fake gossip, and vile in her written statement. Neither Rocky or Rihanna have publicly acknowledged the misinformation, but a directly linked source also backed Amina's slam, calling the story 1,000,000% not true. I've always believed that an unfortunate lie spread on social media doesn't deserve any response or clarification, especially one that is so vile, Amina wrote. I initially assumed this was fake gossip, fabricated with such malicious intent, would not be taken seriously. Just 2 days ago, Amina reposted a recent paparazzi photo of Rihanna wearing a light pink top, jeans, and Ursina pumps from the designer's collection. While the talks grew overnight, Amina broke her silence on Friday for the sake of everyone involved. We live in a society that is so quick to speak on topics regardless of factual basis, and that nothing is off limits. Amina continued, not even during what should be one of the most beautiful and celebrated times in one's life. For the designer, all it took was one day for her to realize the necessity of speaking up, especially with the involvement of her client's private life. It is related to people who I have a great amount of respect and affection for, Amina wrote. While Rhea is continuing to live her serene, best-dressed pregnancy life, and I go back to my business, I wish everyone a beautiful Easter weekend. Irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, this has nothing to do with this. But what are your thoughts about this whole allegation surrounding ASAP Rocky possibly cheating on Rihanna? Because I know the internet was stirring yesterday.
I think it's crazy, but it's reality that all you need is one post to spread a wildfire, and it could very well be a lie. And what people don't realize, and I know people expect to just be in the lives of celebrities and they think they have a right to know everything about them. You could potentially ruin and break up a relationship, right? What if Rihanna believed this, right? I'm sure she didn't or doesn't. But you could potentially break up a happy marriage by spreading false rumors. Somebody posted a fake tweet from Rihanna and said, "This is why y'all not getting an album." Because I'm sick of y'all.
She probably liked it.
Making up stories.
And that was the one thing that I was watching it because, I was in that world for a very long time. And now that I'm outside the world, I went to the page. It was not even a credible source. This person that makes up these tweets is known for making up the most ridiculous things. And then for semi-credible news sources to pick these things up
I love this.
And to run with
Shady.
it. To run with this narrative and this story without any proof, without any background, without any credibility at all. Just this one tweet. No one else tweeted it, but this one person tweeted this. And they're going to continue to run with the story, I thought was absolutely ridiculous. And not only did I think about how inappropriate and how unjournalistic it was, Rihanna's 6 to 8 months pregnant.
Final trimester.
We need to think about the stress that this would put on her and her baby. Like, what if this shit was real and she didn't want nobody to know? And now the whole world's on it. Now she has to walk around and carry the stress behind having a pregnancy because women carry pregnancy different. She may look healthy. She may look like she's good, but we don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. We don't know the stresses that she has. We don't know her medical records. We don't know what's going on. So anything can trigger. What if we had an early pregnancy because she has trauma or just like a water broke because she was had an anxiety attack or anything? We don't know. So I always think about what we put out there and how they affect that person directly. And I think that it's stupid that one person from an uncredible source can tweet something and then everybody pick that tweet up and just be like, okay, here we go. We're going to say that ASAP cheated on Rihanna.
Come on, ASAP. Isn't that like the person who wrote Fables?
ASAP.
My critique is for the journalists. I think that
semi-journalists.
The semi-journalists, right? Direct.
No training.
None.
Twitter fingers.
Okay.
Right. Very that. I mean, didn't it start on Twitter?
It started on Twitter. It started with a tweet from a man who's known for making up rumors.
So I know he released a statement apologizing for his approach, saying that, I felt like in order for me to succeed, I had to take this messy blog approach.
He should be sued.
And he probably will be.
Well, that's probably why he put out the apology, because they probably reached out.
Just like the girl who Cardi sued.
Yeah,
Tasha K. Yeah, and he was
Supremely.
like, he is ready to accept all consequences for this, but I'm just like, it just takes away credibility from your brand. And I think that that's what's most important here. Like, for the journalists coming up, think about how you're branding yourself at the end of the day, because ultimately as a journalist, you want people to go to you as a reliable news source. So when you do things like this for clickbait in this one moment, you're tarnishing the potential longevity of your whole career. Because it's like, why would I continue to listen to you? It's like people who go back and listen to Tasha K. I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say about Cardi B. You owe her money because everything you said was incorrect.
Not even Cardi B, her whole thing. Like, I'm not listening to her gossip at all.
Yeah, because she's just salacious.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is the end goal here? Do you just want to be hot in this moment? Like, that's how I don't want to connect to him.
I think people want to be mini Wendy Williams, but what they don't understand is research upon research upon research before it gets to Wendy's desk. And so they're protected when they start talking about these celebrity things, because most times they're true and most times they're backed by credible sources.
Right.
And that's why she had the advertisers and made all this money, became this voice, because it wasn't just it was trash gossip, but it was factual.
It was.
Most of it.
But also think about the
the
young lady. It was great.
I miss
Top tier.
Wendy.
I miss her too. Shout out to Wendy. Hope you come back.
Same.
But I was thinking about the young lady, the shoe designer, the innocent
Amina?
bystander, and all this. Amina, like the Navy
was ready
ruthless.
to wear. Well,
like I think about like what she had to go through, and now how she's her career and her profession. Now she's being dragged. And all she want to do is design shoes, child. She don't want to do nothing else but design some shoes, and y'all dragging her into this mess. Like,
trying to mess up her bag.
You think about so many different perspectives. That's really, I wouldn't even think about that.
Isn't he amazing?
Her whole life could have been flipped upside down.
Rihanna could have cut her off expeditiously. She could have been receiving death threats, and I'm pretty sure she received some before the person apologized and said it was misinformation. Like, people were probably going to town the minute that hit, because some people have notifications on for Rihanna's name. Period.
Yeah.
So imagine.
So, and then I think about like people's public safety. Like, what if she didn't know the rumor was out? And she's out and about walking the streets, and some crazy Navy fan throwing Rihanna CDs at her like she's Kira Hilson in 2008.
This is the last one, and we ain't getting another one.
Anti. Like, I think about those things. Those things. We'll never get another one, you snake bitch. Music of the sun for you. Music of the sun.
Music of the sun.
Like, what? You gotta think about those things. Man.
We are assholes, but you are valid. That is absolutely right. Amina, I'm so glad you're safe, sis. We saw that Rihanna and ASAP are in Barbados now. She's getting ready to have her baby. But yeah, to the journalists out there, like, I don't think you guys should try and capitalize on people's pain. I really don't. Like, especially if it's not factual. If you want to break a news story, at least base it in fact. Some of y'all want to be first so bad that y'all put anything out, and the other blogs are following up. I'm like, girl, yes, we slapping allegedly on there, but still, like, please be thorough in your.
That didn't even have an allegedly on there. The
no,
original
not
tweet
that tweet.
Okay,
I'm talking about the ones
yeah.
that went along with it. But I get it. It's about engagement and all that stuff. But come on now. All right, number 3.
Number 3.
So Garcelle Bouvet,
fancy.
Garcelle Bouvet explains that she ended a brief romance with Will Smith after his son referred to her as Miss Jada, and then she turned down a vacation with Michael Jordan in the 90s. All right, Garcelle, choices. Back in the Gap, these celebs had it going on, honey. They were Foulala, and who wrote this? They were Foulala, and Garcelle Bouvet, affectionately known as Fancy, had a few things to say about her romantic experiences from the 90s. In her new memoir, Love Me As I Am, the 55-year-old shares her dating experiences. Say it again.
That's a good 55.
She's so fine. And she's a Playboy playmate. Well, she's a Playboy cover girl.
Her titties out. I'm sorry to pass this in.
I would imagine.
Her breast out.
I think so. It's Playboy. You got to do it right. Mariah Carey's in Playboy.
Mariah Carey's nipples are showing.
Probably.
Not
no.
If she's in a gown in the pool,
right. Right. You're right. So in her new memoir, Love Me As I Am, the 55-year-old shares her dating experiences with Michael Jordan and Will Smith. Garcelle wasn't stingy with the details, sharing how both encounters went down. Recalling her alone time with Michael Jordan, the model said that she and the NBA legend did a photo shoot together and went out afterwards. Describing her impression of MJ, Bouvet shared, I was impressed by how tall and handsome he was. He took me on a golf date after the shoot and showed me how to hold a club properly and swing. Oh, that's all it takes to get me going.
Hold that club and swing.
Mm-hmm. Give me some culture. Yeah, bro.
Was it a club or was it a club?
Oh, Garcelle, sweetie, when you see this, come on to get right. All right. You know that's my shit.
Okay.
MJ must have also been impressed because he wanted to take her to Hawaii, but she declined his offer, according to the New York Post. Like a naive little girl, I was clutching my pearls and shocked by the idea of going to Hawaii with the man I had just met. She added, I blew that one. It's unclear when the two started dating or how long they were dating, but they could have been superstars. While the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star was putting us in her business, Garcelle mentioned that she ended her romantic relationship with Will Smith. In her book, Garcelle also shared that Will's son Trey, from his first marriage to Sheree Zampino, asked if she was Jada during a call. Awkward. I remember one day calling Will, and he was in the car, and his son with Sheree. They were in the back. She continued, so he picked up on the car or Bluetooth or whatever.
Ain't no Bluetooth back there. He picked up on the car phone.
Speakerphone.
Garcelle she trying to like limit the 55.
Yeah,
They're living it, sis.
girl.
It's fine. It was back in the day, or speakerphone, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was definitely speakerphone.
And he said, hey, how are you doing? And I said, I'm great. She went on to say how she heard a voice in the background who proceeded to ask, is that Miss Jada on the phone? Garcelle also went on to say that she ended the 90s romance. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. Exit stage left. I know that's right. As you know, Will went on to marry Jada Pinkett Smith in 1997. The couple has 2 kids together, Willow Smith, who's 21, and Jaden Smith, who's 23. Garcelle is currently single and has been divorced twice. She has 3 sons. Would y'all say she fumbled the bag twice?
No. Have you seen the relationships MJ and Will have had? She's doing fabulous.
Okay.
Honey.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, girl, keep dating them white men.
Oh, wow.
Because isn't she with a white man?
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ended?
Twice. But she was married to that man. They got divorced.
Oh, damn, Garcelle. She's fine.
She's fine. Garcelle's gonna bounce back.
Garcelle looks so good.
She's on Beverly Hills of Housewives.
Yeah,
She's
I was gonna
good.
say the real too, but they ended that.
Because MJ's wife was cheated on left, right, and
left and right.
sideways.
That was a messy divorce.
And she said, "Oh, okay, I got this. I'm gonna stay as long as I can to make sure I get half of everything you build." And maybe she's living fabulous. So maybe she did.
Maybe she did from that
She
bag.
did.
Bigger picture.
Because y'all looking for love, I'm looking for the bag.
Okay.
And she found it.
She did. Well, I don't know, because I can't imagine Will with Garcelle. Will just needs somebody more hood. I just feel like she's not hood enough.
Is Hood Jada?
Yes, hood
And
is
that's
Jada.
why he looks tired.
That's what he likes. Will's from Philly. I think people forget Will's from Philly. We talked about this with the slap. Will's from Philly. He likes, he's used to Will's mom is rough around the edges. I'm pretty sure she drinks malt liquor.
Ew.
Will's mother drinks a 40.
Out the bottle?
Out brown bag.
No straw.
No straw.
Oh, wow.
Lipstick all on the rim.
You were talking about his mother.
My mom's from Jersey. But Tawanda don't drink.
I was about to say, does she drink 40s out of
She's
a
a
paper
saint.
bag?
Tawanda's a saint. She doesn't do any of that.
Okay.
Mama doesn't even drink.
40s out of paper bag.
But no, I think people forget that Will is hood. And shout out to what's his name? No, the child, for messing that up. Trey. I wonder how he had to come back from that.
Jada probably pulled him to the side and was like, every time you hear a girl on the phone, just ask if it's me.
Yes, it's me.
She seems calculated.
Yeah,
I don't sleep behind anymore.
Yes. Wow.
Have y'all ever fumbled a bag?
With a man?
With a man. You look back and say, dang, I fumbled that.
Ben?
You fumbled Ben? Rumors.
This is hit it.
Rumors.
Make it gay. This is why everyone thinks the community's fucking. No, I was asking and Ben did, because off the top of my head, I can't say that I feel like I did. I don't think so.
There's 2 people I wish I could go back to based on my actions. Things didn't happen, but they weren't bags.
Were those the ones that got away?
I think that I don't know when people flirt with me
Mm.
because I'm nice, and I always think that their niceness is my niceness.
Mhm.
So our niceness cancels out in my mind, and I don't know the flirting with me. So I have had someone that I had a crush on later on in life flirt with me, and then I realized that they were flirting with me, and I fumbled that bag before. I'm pissed about it today. So pissed about it, and also I'm mad I deleted the number from said actor who was on Insecure that I don't have information on anymore.
The brother?
You know who I'm talking about.
Not at this moment.
I'm mad I don't have their information anymore.
Why? Oh, you deleted intentionally?
No, I didn't delete it intentionally.
So what happened?
I met them on one of those dating apps.
Mm.
Deleted that app. Forgot their profile.
The one that was going off for Ben in church?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
The red app. Mm-hmm.
Oh, me. Oh, my God.
Yeah, the red app. I deleted off the red app. I deleted the red app, lost the message, and I fumbled.
I thought you were talking about a scene from the show. Delayed.
Because I was looking at you and I was watching you still process that.
Yeah, fumble that bag.
We love a good callback. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think it's just about being vigilant. Like for me, when I'm outside, and I was telling a friend of mine, he was like, you go outside and coochie cutters and all this stuff, and you know niggas are watching you. And I'm like, not really. I keep my head down for the most part because I don't know how to interpret people's stares.
Mm-hmm.
It could be either like, come talk to me, or like, do you want to fight?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of just like, let me just go where I need to go. Because I'm wearing the clothes for me, not to entice people. So,
is that why your cheeks were out yesterday for you?
I thought we were getting in the pool.
So you wanted wet cheeks?
Well,
I mean, that's what happens in water. Wet cheeks.
You see the vision.
Do you hear these things, people?
I'm the flirter, so I'm always trying to interpret whether it's being received well. But I'm generally the flirter.
I'm very awkward. Yesterday, our good friend Daniel, one of my crushes, was at the pool party, and he kept trying to get me to talk to him.
Oh yeah, Daniel's like that.
And then he took my phone and DM'd him twice. I unsent both of those messages. So today it's going to be really awkward if I see them out and say, "Did you unsend me some messages?"
Yeah, because they can see the unsent.
I know.
So why?
Daniel's the type of person to go up to your crush and be like, "Yo, Kelvin wants to suck your dick."
I know.
like
Daniel's
Daniel.
that type of person.
I like
I know.
Daniel.
I love Daniel,
Get
but
the
this
party
is the type of
started.
bitch that he is.
Okay.
Know your friends.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
very
that's
that.
how I very felt that way, that it was going to happen. So that's why. And now it's going to be really weird when I see them in person. So I have to confront the awkwardness.
Because why not know?
Right.
Why live in the unknown? Is either going to be a yes or a no, but I'd rather get something than nothing.
So you can move on if necessary.
And move on.
I feel it. Number 4.
Number 4.
So Kodak Black slammed social media over response.
Number 5.
Why was I thinking of Kodak? What child?
I don't want to talk about it either, but I got to keep y'all updated. Kodak Black slammed social media over response to allegations of Lil Wayne harassing Lotto, saying, "Fuck y'all." Kodak Black is slamming all of social media over their response to the allegations of Lil Wayne harassing Lotto for sex in exchange for a verse on her recent album. Prior to the release of her 777 album, Atlanta Femc Lotto revealed that one of the male features on her project had demanded sex in exchange for their verse. Social media went into a whirlwind trying to figure out who the rapper was. And because some of the interesting comments and criminal actions made in the past, everybody and their mother immediately flocked to Florida rapper Kodak Black. However, the Super Gremlin rapper was
just the Super Gremlin.
Yeah, no, for real. The Super Gremlin rapper was ultimately
the Super Gremlin.
Are we gonna rebrand? Okay, that's fine. However, the Super Gremlin was ultimate. Not you deleting rapper. Talking about push a narrative, but you're right. However, the Super Gremlin was ultimately acquitted, and social media put their detective hats back on to find another culprit. Soon after, all the attention was then pinned onto veteran rapper Lil Wayne. This after a podcaster identified as Mandy B of the Horrible Decisions podcast.
Identified like she was hiding.
Like what? She made claims of Weezy F Baby being the artist who was harassing the Atlanta Femc. After catching wind of the new target, Kodak eventually took to his Instagram page to slam social media over their response of the Wayne allegation. Kodak said, "My thing is, why the fuck this ain't go viral like that other one when people were just automatically assuming me for no reason? This little internet shit crazy. Y'all stay on a nigga dick, dog. Be trying to make this perception of me for people to see this shit when it comes to me, but yeah, fuck y'all. Money good." Wow, my IQ just dropped reading that.
Wow.
Kodak then went on to share receipts of people attesting to how good of a person the rapper claims to be. One person said, "It's crazy because once you get to know you for real, it's a whole different person than what IG portrays." Another said, "I would have never thought you was like this, LOL." An additional person said, "I don't know. I believe Kodak only because he's very open about the women he wants. I feel like if he did say that, he would have admitted to it." Despite Kodak's response, the allegations against Wayne have also been debunked and considered false after the Horrible Decisions podcast host Mandy B first made her claims on the See the Thing Is podcast. Yeah, honey, podcast you on.
All right.
She previously said, "To be fair, Lotto did not confirm that it was actually Kodak. I will say the tea I got, so I don't even know if I can share this tea, but it's old now. I actually heard it was Wayne from someone that knows him. While Wayne and Lotto's camps have been quiet since, Lotto made her first revelation. Sources close to Wayne's camp say it's all false." I mean, I want to say I don't believe that it's Lil Wayne, but also I realize I don't know these people because I would have never told you way back when that Trey Songz is who I'm hearing he is now. So yeah. I don't put anything past anybody. And we tell y'all all the time on this show, stop idolizing these people into stupidity. Like just because you respect their work does not mean you know them as a person. I do kind of wish Lotto just said a name because it just left it, open for interpretation. And I think all of her features are men. I get why she wouldn't because it may possibly end up with her being blackballed in a way. But now we all just like saying it's Wayne and Kodak, and
I just wish she never said it. I understand when you're in interviews and you're in these spaces and you're comfortable and you're talking about the album and you're doing things, you want to be female empowerment and stuff like that. But I also think that it took away from how good of an album it is. Lotto's album 777 is actually rather decent. There's a lot of good songs on there, but we're not talking about the songs. We're not talking about the Mariah Carey remix. We're talking about Guess Who on Who Was the Rapper That Tried to Get Her.
I didn't like the remix.
You didn't like the remix?
I didn't like it at all. Love Lotto, love Mariah. Did not like that remix.
It was cute.
I thought it was great for her. I'm happy that she has Mariah Carey featured to her name and on her resume, but that doesn't mean I like the song.
I liked it. I went to see her when she was at Nova. It was a long show. It was good. But I'm all about intent behind words. And I know sometimes when you're in a public spotlight, sometimes you have no intent behind your words. You just talk. But we're talking about the album because we're talking about this. If we weren't talking about that, we wouldn't be talking about the album. So I don't know. I don't think she was waving a red flag like, "Hey, help me, I'm being sexually harassed in the industry," because you would then go after that person and say their name, but it's not that serious. We're now just talking about you and the album.
But we're not talking about the album.
Some of us
doing
are.
Guess Who on the thing. And that's what bothers me.
It would be genius marketing because we might not be talking about the album, but it's in our head when we talk about her. Still talking about her.
That is real.
But did you press play?
Yeah, but not because of this.
Wait, not because of this story? Oh, good.
I was pressing play prior.
I was pressing play. And
Lotto's amazing.
A beautiful woman inside and out. So nice, so kind.
And so talented.
Yeah.
Like she's
the
really
show was
good.
amazing.
Good. She was headlining?
Yeah. Saucy Santana, City Girls.
Man, I miss Saucy.
Damn, I would have went to that.
That was my first time seeing a gay rapper perform, and I got my life.
Saucy is that man.
He is.
Shameless plug. I know that they are trying to get the 10th person for the freshman XXL, and if they don't give it to Saucy Santana, it's something wrong with this world.
Absolutely. Because he's been out for at least a year. He could have been on the last one.
Walk
TBH.
took over everything.
Material Girl.
Material Girl.
Walk him like a dog.
Walk him like a dog.
Walk him like a dog.
Shisha.
He deserves that 10th spot on the freshman.
He does. And he'll eat. And he's very unique. I love that he stands in his truth and does what he does because I'm pretty sure I'm not either going to know or like the other freshman class.
Yeah. All I can think is like Mozzie. But he probably was already on there. Coy Leray was already on there. I'm getting old. I don't know.
Yeah, Coy Leray was already on there. I don't want to talk bad about her because she's been through a lot.
We've all been through a lot. If we all got pain. For 7 years. You are trouble. Okay. We've all been through a lot. It's been a pandemic, Eric. We've been through a lot. We've all been through a lot.
That's fair.
I'm
So yeah,
crying.
Coyle Ray was on the freshman class last year. Where do I go from here? Do I go into number 5?
If you want to. If you want
Whatever.
to.
An employee files a lawsuit against the workplace for throwing a birthday party. That sounds like me when I'm tired of a job. A former employee filed a lawsuit against his employer after they threw him a birthday party that triggered his anxiety disorder. No fear of getting old, but the party is a culprit. In August 2019, the employee asked his manager at the office of a Kentucky-based company, Gravity Diagnostics. It sounds like Kentucky. Mm-hmm. I'll be so bored. Not to throw him a birthday party because it triggers his anxiety disorder and can cause panic attacks in stressful situations. Court documents state that the male employee didn't like being the center of attention because it instantly causes his anxiety disorder to worsen. Unfortunately, the company threw him a party during their lunch hour, which was against his wishes and caused a panic attack. He spent the remainder of his lunch break in his car. Days later, his employer approached him about his reactions to the party and fired him. Damn, he filed a lawsuit against Gravity Diagnostics for emotional distress and damages. Earlier this week, a jury awarded him $450,000 for the suit. In response to the decision, Julie Brazil, founder and CEO, claims it was the complete opposite. My employees de-escalated the situation to get the plaintiff out of the building as quickly as possible while removing his access to the building, alerting me, and sending out security reminders to ensure he could not access the building, which is exactly what they were supposed to do. Brazil added that the employee texted his office manager asking why they failed to accommodate his request to forego the standard birthday celebration and was sent home sick for 2 days. When he returned to the office, he apologized for the panic attack. An email from Gravity Diagnostics was sent to him on August 11th, where it was discussed about where his behavior at the party was discussed and he was terminated. According to his attorney, Tony Butcher, the former employee. Hold on, give me a second. There's a lot going on here.
Oh, no. We in commercial.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Where did it cut off?
Even cell phone cases. If you have a business or a company or a brand, you probably got a website. You need something custom that's fit to tailor your business to separate you from the competition. Wolf Custom takes large orders and one-of-one orders. So if you got that special event, best you holler at Wolf Customs. You can get custom mouse pads, custom AirPod cases. I mean, it never ends. Tap in with Wolf Customs. Find them on Instagram at _Wolf Customs_ and get your personal touch today.
Also known as Zach, the original Black Ranger. Hey, and make sure you're checking out TGN Radio. Hey.
Peace, family, brother Reza. I'm here. You already know I'm checking in with TGN Radio, Black owned, so you already know that's where I'm at. Tap in.
Hey everyone, it's the Primos Chidos. Hopefully you're enjoying this show, but if it sucks, be sure to check out our show, live Thursdays at 12.
Yeah, join me and my sister and basically my brother as we discuss everything from immigration to ejaculation.
If that sounds interesting, then we're the show for you.
Warning, the following podcast features discussion of sensitive topics, graphic content, and uncensored stupidity. Unless otherwise stated, the featured content is not discussed by professionals or experts. TGN and the Primos Chidos must advise against taking anything said on this program too seriously. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Alex Himes from Courtside Radio. We'd love to have you tune in every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. right here on the Good News Radio Network. Don't forget to tune in every week, people. See you then.
Yo, Jerry, what you sipping on?
You already know, Mike. It's michelada time. Flavorful, handcrafted michi mix to top off with your favorite cerveza. It will have you saying, wow, baby, at every drink. Michelada time is freshly made in small batches, bringing you the perfect michelada every time.
The streets are talking, Jerry. That michelada time is liquid gold. Where can I find it?
Check out our website at www.micheladatime.mix.com. That is MICHELADA timemix.com. Follow us on Instagram at michelada_time for news, products, pop-ups, and store locations.
Say less. I'm on it.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Are you trying to buy a home, car, or make other investments and being discriminated against because of your credit score? At credit909.com, our professionals can help you remove judgments, student loans, child support, medical bills, and other erroneous and negative items on your credit report. Call 800-752-9763 today for a free credit analysis and consultation, or text credit to 909-688-5461.
You're seriously watching porn?
All right, y'all. We are back here in the Get Right. You're tuned in. We're right in the middle of Bitch You Better Read, and we have one and only Pastor Ben Carlton. And is a minister or pastor? Minister, because I know one of my friends is a minister. Pastor has a church home, right? And
Flock.
a minister,
A pastor leads a flock.
Okay.
A minister is someone that serves the kingdom of God, either in the church or outside the church.
Okay. Because I know it's specific. I don't want to mess it up. So we have minister Ben Carlton.
I need church for dummies.
Is there a book, Ben?
I should write one.
You should write one. You
Church
should
for
write one.
dummies.
When to raise your finger.
Right. Delaying your connection with God. Who's really the fool?
My God.
I think that's a good book.
That is a good book.
Oprah.
New
book club.
Book club.
Book club.
I love this book. It's all about how to act and church.
Okay, y'all. So where we left off, we were talking about the employee who was suing his former employer for bringing on his anxiety attack when they gave him a birthday celebration against his wishes, which caused him to have a panic attack. And then when he didn't respond the way that they expected him to respond, they fired him. So he sued $450,000, and we are continuing on. According to his attorney, Tony Butcher, the former employee's time at Gravity Diagnostics caused him to suffer from a loss of income and benefits and emotional distress and mental anxiety, and it was filed based on disability discrimination. Additionally, the $450,000 covered his wages lost from the termination and past, present, and future mental pain and suffering, mental anguish, embarrassment, humiliation, mortification, and loss of self-esteem. Yeah, his lawyer did that.
Okay.
Which ragged them. Butcher noted that he was happy that his client received justice in the courtroom. More than the financial award, I believe he was so happy and relieved that the jury recognized that he was not some violent and menacing person, and that it was not okay for Gravity Diagnostics to just assume that he was without any evidence to support these misconceptions, he said in a statement. Few people will know how much courage it took for him to take this case all the way to trial. The company is planning to appeal the verdict, citing a discovery of juror misconduct violating trial judges' orders. Hey, I'm down for it. These jobs be sucking the soul out of people. Drain them. Financially drain them. You did that too well, sweetie.
What can I say?
Amen.
Been around the world tonight.
Hey, ain't that what Lisa said?
Okay.
That's my girl.
Got a little shimmy in the
Go, Lisa. Go, Lisa. You remember the Apollo?
Her feeling her juice. Been around the world tonight.
Lisa was up there cutting up in that trench
cutting up that trench and that
little
swoop. For reference, we'll make sure we post that on the page so y'all know exactly who we talk about.
Go, Lisa.
Go, Lisa. Go, Lisa. Okay. No. Get your money.
Yeah.
Get your money because you literally asked them not to throw you a party.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did they not respect your wishes, but where's the HR in all this? Because I could ask you not to throw a party, one, because he has anxiety, but my religious beliefs. What if I'm Jehovah's Witness and we don't celebrate birthdays?
That is real.
It's just a lot of things. I don't know. Maybe me being in higher education before and just having that background and understanding people and anxiety and religion and how people come from different walks of their lives. Why would you just think that it's okay to just throw a whole ass party? That makes no sense to me.
And company parties don't even go up like that. I guess they wanted a break. No, this was during their lunch hour.
It was during their lunch hour. So y'all could have kept this.
I would have been out the property anyway.
Case closed.
Did you buy me lunch? Because I appreciate the cake, but it was Chipotle ass there. Was it catered? Because if I said to go out and spend $13.99 on a burrito, I'm gonna have cake later on tonight.
You know, it was like a BJ's cake, the one that you put in 24 hours before and they put your name on it. That's probably that.
BJ's.
Oh, then Costco.
Costco. Okay.
You never heard of BJ's?
No, we don't have those where I'm from.
Oh wow.
I've heard
Back Swamp.
I've heard of BJ's, but I've never heard of the.
That's okay, sweetie.
I had her BJ's before Costco's coming up.
You had BJ's before Costco's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Basically the same thing, just a different name.
Did you ever have BJ's before Costco's?
I love BJ's.
You love BJ's?
Mm-hmm.
I love BJ's too. I've never had it, but never had the. Yeah.
Are you catching this?
Oh, I caught it, and that's why I love it.
The show is so good.
I'm gonna get fired from my new job before it even starts.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna get fired before it even starts.
You don't manifest that.
No, I'm not. I'm knocking wood. God's got me. Okay, go ahead.
Ben, what are your thoughts on this story?
Get your money.
Mm-hmm.
You told them, they didn't listen, and this lawyer seems like he is ready. So go ahead and cough up that money and get this man whatever he is needing, because he told you don't throw me a party.
Mm-hmm.
He sure did. $450,000.
Somebody throw me a party right now.
How's your anxiety?
Somebody walk in and say surprise right now.
Surprise!
I want you arrested.
I can't do the show. I can't do the show.
Oh my gosh, you gotta go. You gotta go.
I do have to go. I have to go. I quit.
You're fired.
I'm fired. Perfect. The good news is mine. The get right is mine. It's called Kelvin right now. I'm taking all this.
But the crazy thing, how they fired him, and this man told y'all this is what's going to happen if you throw me a party.
I guess apparently disorderly conduct. They feel like he didn't respond the way he was supposed to.
How do you want me to respond? I told you don't throw me a party.
But you know how you have those friends that are like, don't throw me a party, but they really want you to throw them a party?
I understand that. And I'm one of those people. If you tell me don't throw you a party, guess what I'm not going to do?
Throw you a party.
Well, I actually did that. My team did that not by mistake. We did it on purpose, but not to harm.
Mm-hmm.
But my boss told us she did not want a party. And we got it catered, everything. I mean, you could smell the food getting off the elevator. And she came in and act surprised and was yada yada. But when she got the small group, she said, y'all ruined my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, well, next time I won't. If someone says, don't throw me a party, I'm not going to throw you a party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I guess people have traumas from stuff like that.
Everybody don't like that. Now, for me, I'm going to throw myself a
yeah,
party.
throw me a fucking party.
Because I don't know if you heard, but when Will Smith threw Jada a very huge 40th birthday
oh,
party,
yes.
at the end of the party, she said this was a gross display of your ego.
Mm.
Y'all know how I feel about Jada right now, so please.
And some people don't want the big hoorah. I just learned that for a person I want to plan a party for, they were like, no, just keep it simple.
It's like my best friend. Now you're saying this. His birthday's next Sunday, and I keep asking him what we're doing. Josh. Josh's birthday's next Sunday, and I keep saying, what we doing? He's like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I want to do anything. And in my mind, bitch, we're going to do something. But now I'm like, I don't want to get sued.
Because he had a party. Now you got to think about these things.
You got to think about some things a little harder.
Because he had a party last year.
Yeah, he had a party last year.
It was a good one.
It was.
Mm-hmm. We were tore up.
Mm-hmm. Guess who put that together? We all put that together.
Oh, really?
We forced him to have one. It was a big one.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all between. That was all for bitch. You better read.
Jesus, oh no.
Kelvin, you know the format.
I know, but I had this queued up because Kodak Black. But we didn't. But we didn't. I forgot. My bad. All right, y'all. Now it's my favorite time. We're going to talk about Ben. It's time for the topic.
Hey.
All right. So all show long, we've been rocking with Ben Carlton. He is an actor, an activist, and a minister. And you have so much other stuff that's going on in your life. So we want to just dive into all the things that you do, all things Ben. Okay. So I don't even know where to start. So I hate asking this question. But what do you identify as first? Like, what is that first passion of yours? Because you're so multi-hyphenated.
Now, what do you mean by identifying? Like,
in terms of
not sexuality.
No, like resume wise.
Yeah,
what's the first thing?
What's the first thing on the thing?
The first thing I love to list is it's no official title. I'm just like a minister of love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want love to, Diddy changed his name to Love, and I just want love to exude, love to go before me, love to be remembered, love to be surrounded. That's all I want to do. I want to get paid. Like if I could land in a career for the rest of my life, it would be uh the male Ellen, the nice version. Giving away thousands of dollars, making people happy, dancing every time I come on set. Like just I would just love to do that for the rest of my life.
Sharing your light.
Yes.
So when did the ministry bug bite you? I would say.
It's been from the beginning. Just like I knew that I was gay, I knew that I was called to serve. And I write about it in the book. You know how kids play house and doctor. I want to play church. Didn't come from a religious family. My mom didn't go to church. We were the heathens.
Really?
And so for me to want to play church on my own was just an indication of where I was headed. And so I would, pull the kids in the backyard. You got the crate challenge today, but my crates, I just set them up to preach. And I would open the book, Bible, read Genesis, and just start preaching. So it was.
Do you remember what your first sermon was? Like from back then?
Yeah, Genesis. And I just in the beginning, God, and I just created animals. I was just reading. I wasn't preaching about a message. I was just reading.
Yeah,
reading. Creation story.
You see how the use of the crates has changed?
Yeah.
Society's in hell. So I wanted to ask you, how did your parents or your family foster your love of ministry or like support it, or did they at all?
They supported I was also a service kid. So I did every type of community service known to mankind. Was always in some type of extra programming. So my mom was very supportive. She never showed up. But she would get me there and make sure I was okay. And then when I started going to church, it was almost an annoyance because I was the only one in the house going to church. I had an aunt who lived in Florida. She was visiting Philly. She was an evangelist. And so she went to church with my mom's oldest sister, who was like a godmother to me. And I started going to church with her. And then every week I would go to church. And then eventually my mom started sending my sisters, and then she started coming. And then one day my dad came to pick us up, and next thing you know, we're looking for him. He's on the floor laid out because we had some really powerful choir come, and then he started coming. Then everybody started coming. They eventually became very, very supportive.
I love that. So we know in the Black culture, the church is super sacred. And we take church very, very seriously. We all have our own traditions. We all have what we think a minister should be. So when you came out as openly gay, and a minister, which one came first? The openly gay part or the ministry came first?
Ministry came first. I've been in ministry since I was like 14.
Since you were 14. So when you decided to say, this is who I am, this is how I'm standing, and this is what I'm standing on, what was that moment? And how did you come to that moment?
We don't even have enough time to bring me to that moment. There was so much to happen. But in the long and short of it, I had to get rid of all of the narrative and the sources that contributed to me not liking myself and contributing to me believing that I was going to spend an eternity in hell for being who I am. I at one point stopped ministry. I told my pastor, listen, I'm not doing anything else until God answers me about me. Because I've been praying forever for God to take this sin away and to deliver me. I even pretended to be delivered for a certain amount of time. And in that moment, my pastor said, okay, cool. Whatever you do, don't leave God. And the greatest deliverance you could ever have in this process is being delivered from people's opinions. So do you and pursue you. And in a 2 to 3 year period, God began to answer me through experiences. The only thing I knew about being gay was that was perverts and pedophiles and freaks at parades. That's the only thing they talked about in church. The only thing I knew. And when I started working in corporate America, I started attending like affinity groups, like the gay affinity group, the men's affinity group, black men's affinity group, whatever, and learned about gay professionals, didn't know about gay VPs, gay executives. Then I co-founded Be Me Community, which is the largest social entrepreneurship network for Black people in America. And we awarded Black men around the country, and many of them were gay leaders, gay pastors, gay politicians, many of them you see on TV today. And I was never exposed to that. So God slowly began to rip away all the negative, restore it with positive, and I began to see myself. You can still be that politician. You can still be that pastor. You can still be that community leader and be as gay as you want to be. And woke up one day and God said, get up and be who I called you to be. Whoever will love you, and whoever doesn't just won't. And from there, the process started of me coming out.
I know one thing. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I know one thing. When we started this show, we wanted, I know at least for me, and I know for Eric as well, we wanted to show different sides of Black gay men because they're so monolithic in television and media. We only see either the super flamboyant gay best friend or we see the DL man.
I love my good brother or sister, whomever he decides to be acknowledged. I love Billy Porter, but we are not all.
We are not that. We are not that. So I know for me, when I was super excited for you to come on the show because you stand in the middle of the Venn diagram with all the circles. You are right there in the middle of a lot of those cross sections of African American and LGBTQIA. How do you feel about the representation of Black gay men, and especially Black gay men in the church? Because a lot of times we get this whole connotation of church queens or these people doing this and doing that. How do you feel about it, and how do you navigate through that narrative?
Well, one, when I came out, people weren't mad that I necessarily came out. The same picture that's on my book cover
Say
is
the book.
this. I'm Black, I'm a minister, I'm gay.
Where's it? Where's that?
blacklovewins.com, blacklovewins.com,
I love a
or
good plug.
amazon.com, but I love you to go to blacklovewins.com. But the same picture that's on my book cover is the same picture I came out in the article on theroot.com, and people were like, we don't care if he's gay, why does he have to come out as a minister? And I'm like, that's the whole point, to let you know that I am still who God called me to be. I am even more empowered in who God called me to be. And I'm not going to change who God called me to be simply because I'm deciding to live in my truth. And I think we have been beat down so bad with narrative, with age-old doctrine that makes absolutely no sense. And I spent 4 years writing this book and diving into that space so that we could be free, right? How did being gay become the biggest sin in the world? The word homosexual didn't get included into the Bible until 1946. And they actually took the word pedophile and changed it to homosexual.
Wow.
There was a
that's
theologian, I believe, at Harvard who wrote the committee who was revising, I think, revised standard version of the Bible. He said, if you change this word to homosexual, you will weaponize the faith. They said, okay. And they changed it anyway. And they wrote back to that theologian and said, you're right. They didn't change the word until 1977. By then, the damage had been done. And so we have been abused, misused, because, you know, the gays almost lead everything in church. The preaching, the singing, the organizing, the directing, all of that.
The kitchen ministry.
Everything. And you want our talents, but you don't want our totality. And so I'm working to create spaces so we can show up in our totality and walk in the light that God has called us to. But it takes so much to undo all these terrible and harmful narratives and rhetoric. But I say in my book, you can't talk to the Black church about homosexuality until you talk to the Black church about decolonizing the church and our faith. Because Christianity has been whitewashed. Jesus ain't white.
Amen.
The Jesus that we know of ain't white. Not blonde hair, no blue eyes, no white skin. There's no way you're hiding white baby in Egypt. If you're following the story, when they went to hide Jesus, they hid him in Egypt. You hiding a white baby in Egypt? When you look at the people that came up in that era during that time, they weren't white. So we got to start there. Then how did we get to this serving God and Christianity the way we do? Through the Atlantic slave trade, through colonization. Colonization disrupted African, indigenous, queer love and spirituality, and not just for us, but all around the world. in Australia, in India, in Native America, South America. There's actually a doctrine called the Doctrine of Discovery. The Pope wrote that said, if you come across a civilization that does not serve God like we do, I'm paraphrasing, you have the right to do whatever you want.
Wow.
They pillaged via evangelism. That's how it all started.
Wow.
I really like how the Get Right is doubling as Bible study, because I haven't gotten much of this information in my life. So I'm just like, oh, wow.
And so because I don't just show up to places and say, hey, love gay people. No, I need to help you understand the reason why you don't like gay people. Because I was one of those people. I was going out and preaching against homosexuality and the biggest queer. I would take you down on Saturday night and then preach against you on Sunday morning, and then might visit you again Sunday night. Baby, it was an awful way of living, but it was the behavior and patterns that you just learned in church. Keep it quiet. You can come be gay all you want, just don't bring it to church. And so I had to get over all of that through knowledge and information, because when people ask me, how can you be gay and a minister, I didn't have an answer. And it took me a long time to realize the source of my own self-hatred. And then when you really look at the source, it all boils back to white supremacy.
I hate that. Damn. That was well said, though.
Yeah, trace the story, trace your hatred, trace your beliefs, because many people only repeat the scriptures. They don't really understand them and know them. Many people only repeat hatred. They don't really understand it and know it. But when you start to trace the source of the hatred, it's like, wow. Because when you look at how Native Americans honor two-spirited people, you could choose what you wanted and who you wanted to be in a relationship. When you look at the gay kings and the lesbian queens in Africa who reigned and ruled, and look at the hieroglyphics, I forget what it's called, but in the caves where they draw, they drew two kings and two queens and sex and buried kings and queens. We lived and loved all of that before whiteness came in and destroyed it. That's fact. Make that up.
Wow. The more you know, kids, the more you know. So 4 years ago, what in your mind gave you the green light to start this book?
I got tired of hearing that question. How can you be gay and a minister? And then I realized the way I had to forgive myself for all of the harm that I've done, the way that I had to overcome my ignorance through knowledge. I wanted to share that process with the world in becoming your most authentic self. It was something that really helped me to understand the damage that I had done preaching against homosexuality and being a homosexual. One of my so most of the people who do these conversion therapy, so conversion therapy is when they do real terrible stuff to you to try to convert you from being gay to straight. And generally the conversion therapists are gay. And so this white conversion therapist came out, oh, I have a husband. And one of my guys I went to high school with posted, he's like, I'm so sick of these people telling me that gay is wrong and they're gay themselves. This one guy in high school told me that I was not welcome in God's kingdom, and here he is living in a blaze of rainbow glory in Hollywood. I said, oh,
Rainbow shots fired.
That's me.
Rainbow bullets.
I'm like, does he live in WeHo? I'm seeing them gay ass streets.
Okay. And I commented, I said, oh my gosh, guys, he's talking about me. And I am so sorry for ever making you feel that you were not welcome and loved by God. Let's talk about it. And so since I spent years and years tearing down the LGBTQ community, I'm obligated to build us up to a place of empowerment where we walk tall and strong in who we are, knowing that God created us on purpose with the purpose.
I love that.
So do you think it's important, or do you think it's necessary for us to have, LGBTQIA solely specific like places of worship, or do you feel like we should be trying to integrate, the gays and the straights, or does it matter at all?
That is a wonderful question. It's actually something I've been contemplating for the last couple of weeks. Mainly because you have a lot of really powerful queer people who are serving in ministries that do not appreciate the totality of who they are. You can come serve, we can come use all your gifts and talents, we can make money off you, but we're not going to ever marry you and your lover. We're not going to ever accept you and your family. So why are you consistently giving your talents and your treasure to a place that does not appreciate the totality of who you are? That's a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, I think it's important to create spaces that speak loudly on we love and accept everybody. The thing is, the psychological hurdles that people who have come up under psychological abuse, right? Because can you imagine? Not imagine, you probably experienced it, Kelvin, in church and the pastor's preaching against homosexuality and you standing up, amen, you right. Wait a minute. He talking about me.
Right.
That's coming down my aisle.
All the sissies are going to hell. I'm tired of the sissies. You right, pastor. But I'm the sissy. And so it takes so much to get over that psychological abuse because most people end up falling in love with the abuser. I forget what the syndrome is called. And so when you create spaces, queer spaces that are loving and welcoming, I was one of those people. I ain't going to no gay church. I'm not going to hang out with those gays. And I was gay and I was out, but still didn't want to be a part of the gay church because I had to. Many people work for other people to accept them, not realizing that they don't even accept themselves. So until you fully accept yourself, you won't feel free in a space that is affirming and that speaks to your totality of your human existence and experience. And so I think it's absolutely important to create these spaces and continue to uplift them and support them because most people will come to me to marry them, to counsel them. But if I started a church, most likely wouldn't come. But yet you're taking your talents here, but when it's time for you to get married or somebody to bless your queer home, you're calling on the queer pastor. But why won't you come to the queer church?
Right. And do you know of any queer churches in LA specifically?
Yes, it's so many. Renewed LA, Pastor Kurt Thomas, the Vision Church, Pastor Sammy. I was about to name one church, but they're not queer, but all the queers go there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like
seems like you already said the name.
Oh my God. But anyway, there's so many. There's so many that you can be a part of. What I was missing in a lot of those affirming churches was the feeling of being back home and being, and it's like a lot of people, again, it's so much to overcome. They separate, but they don't create spaces. They're trying to prove something versus just being.
That's good. And we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to have a lot more with Minister Ben Carlton, and we're going to get into all of his life. Okay, be back after this. When we come back, we're going to have a lot more with Minister Ben Carlton, and we're going to get into all of his life. Okay, be back after this.
Are you looking for the best barbershop experience? Then the Locker Room Barbershop is the place for you. Check them out at their new location, located at 16900 Lakewood Boulevard, Unit 204 in Bellflower, California. If you would like to book an appointment, you can check them out at thelockerroom05.com or on Instagram at The Locker Room Barbershop LLC. Feel free to call the number 562-202-9602. Again, that phone number is 562-202-9602. Can't wait to see you at the Locker Room Barbershop.
Yo, this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, and even though they extra as hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Have you heard of D-Lit Juice? Well, it is a minority-owned cold-pressed juice company here in Los Angeles, offering daily cleanses, sea moss wellness shots, and teas. And flavors like hibiscus punch, blue gelato, orange delight, and black fuego, just to name a few. They have local deliveries every Wednesday and Sundays and shipping all throughout the United States. Make sure you check out their Instagram and Facebook, D-Lit Juice. That's D-Lit Juice, bringing a healthy lifestyle straight to your door. Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Hey, Shariq LeMay.
Hey, what up, J Pinkay?
You already know what it is. You pulling up with me on Thursdays?
Oh, you already know Thursdays is lit.
What we doing?
We live on Limelight Live on TGN Talk.
You already know 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern for our East Coast folks. And hey, Calvin, why don't you join us sometimes?
Gee, if you think I'm ready.
All right, Kelvin.
What a clown.
We'll see you then.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Alex Himes from Courtside Radio. We love to have you tuning in every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. right here on the Good News Radio Network. Don't forget to tune in every week, people. We'll see you then.
Hey, Peyton, you know what I've been craving lately? Some ice cream.
Now we have to go to Slush and Roll. They have the best handmade ice cream rolls. You can add any toppings you like. Sprinkles, crushed Oreos, and my favorite, marshmallows. And you can top it off with whipped cream or delicious chocolate drizzle.
I just looked them up, and you can find them at 12742 Crenshaw Boulevard in Hawthorne, California. And they even have vegan options, too.
They sure do. And they are open from Tuesday to Sunday, 12 to 8 p.m.
And I just followed them on Instagram at Slush and Roll. Sounds too good. Let's go right now.
Yay!
Yo, what's up? This is Rix.
Yo, this is Rennie. What up? Dover in the building. Let's go, family.
All right, y'all. We are back
Brownwell
in the
Radio.
building, and
Make
we
sure
are
to catch
here
us on-
still with actor, activist, author of I'm Black, I'm a Minister, and I'm Gay, Ben Carlton. Now, during the break, we had a little bit of banter, and it reminded me of my question that I wanted to ask you, because you are so down to earth, you are so chill, you are so real, and you're so relatable. And I think a lot of times when we think of church and religion, it's very pompous, it's very stern, it's really, oh, I can't say this or I can't act this way around this person because then they'll judge me. But we sense no judgment around you.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, how important was it for you to take that approach to ministry? Because I love Christians, because I love God. If you don't love God, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
But also cuss a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And I go out a little bit.
A lot of it.
And sometimes I see you a little bit out
A lot
here
of
in
it.
these streets, but I never see you drinking. I don't see Ben drinking.
I don't like
see
it.
Drinking. I don't see Ben
If
drinking.
I liked it, I'd drink. But I
But-
smoke. I love weed.
See?
Mm.
Because that's of the earth. It's of the earth.
God made it.
So
Amen.
I always just wonder, like, how do you stay so relatable, and your views on the church really pushing the narrative that you have to be so cookie cutter, so clean in order to preach God's word or to show God's love?
Yeah. The fallacy of man is that thinking that we could ever be as perfect as God is. And there's one scripture that my mentor told me when he was telling me the story of his grandfather in ministry. He said, this is the scripture my grandfather lived off. And he shared it with me. He said, when they asked Jesus what's the greatest command of all, Jesus said, love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. These are the greatest commands, and every other law of the books and the prophets, you can hang up on those two things. I don't care what you wear. I don't care about your makeup. I care what you do. If you love God and you love people, you will be okay. And that's what I live by. And that's what I do. And that's why you see me in all these spaces, having fun, living my best life, loving God and loving people. And whatever else I do is my business. Many people have adopted and actually have been indoctrinated into believing that once you take a role of ministry, you have to live this perfect saintly life. That ain't of God, and that ain't of us. Again, what did I say was the source of all our problems? White supremacy. That is what they do. That is what the Catholic Church does. That is what the Pope and them do. And most of them, all the issues they got with molestations and because they are denying their human experience. And so all of these things that teaches us to be performative in our faith, it's not real. It's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but what comes out. What's going on inside that's projecting outside. You could be dressed to the nines with your skirt all the way down to your ankles, but you mean. You could show up every Sunday and be cleaning the toilets and singing the songs, but you're a gossiper. You could be preaching us a good word, but you're stealing the church money. I mean, all of these things, humans teach us to be performative. God teaches us to be real. He that worship must worship in spirit and in truth. But we learn to worship in spirit and perform. I love when Steve Harvey would talk about, his going to church with his grandma, and then she leaning over cussing and carrying on. And most kids run away from ministry because their parents go to church being perfect, but the kids know the real story. You just cussed us out on the way to church. Now you want to get here and act all holy and pure and perfect. And so you have to get rid of the notion that we can be perfect. You have to get rid of the notion that activities, right? Cussing, smoking, drinking can send you to hell.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is how you treat God and treat other people that determines your destination, that determines the karma that comes into your life. And so I also believe that there's more pathways to God than just Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And I challenge people because they say Jesus is the only way. I'm like, okay, so what happens to people that can never have access to Jesus, that live on deserted, secluded islands, babies who die early, people who are born without the mental capacity to understand anything about life? What happens to them because they have not confessed Christ? Again, another made up thing in religion by white people. When you look at the story of the Bible and how it was formed, white men decided what went in the Bible. Many women wrote about their experiences with Jesus Christ. Those stories weren't allowed to be put in the Bible. The Council of Nicaea, the Council of White Men that said, this is what goes in the Bible and this is what doesn't.
I always wonder, like, where's Mary Magdalene's story? Where's Mary, mother of Jesus' story? Like, where's the woman of
in a safe
the
somewhere?
blood?
Because they found them, they won't release them. And many of the folks and not folks, but characters in the Bible were not white.
Mm-hmm.
When you trace their stories. And so we have to get rid of this notion that we can be perfect. We have to get rid of this notion that God is judging us and this big bad wolf waiting for us to mess up so God can pounce on us. And another thing that's probably going to blow people's mind, but I have to say it because we only got a little bit of time, is we have to degender God.
Mm.
We were made in the image of our creator. Well, if we were made in the image of the creator, where did women come from?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where did trans people come from? Where did intersex people come from that are born both male and female?
Mm-hmm.
If we are made in the image. So God is not a man. Man wrote God as man in trying to understand who God is. But God is spirit. Right? We have to get rid of all these things. Hell, even. I challenge people on hell. And because I was a big sending you to hell. You went to hell if you listen to Beyonce, and Beyonce is my fave now.
What is it? Secular music?
Secular
is that
music.
What they call
You
it?
went to hell for secular music. I was the ultimate judger. It was an awful way of living, but it was a taught behavior. But I challenge people on that. I say, well, when you die, where do you go? Do you go to hell or where do you go? Most people don't know. I say, so when you die, I want y'all to answer this question. When you die, are you a spirit or are you flesh? Are you still have your body?
You should be a spirit.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
So if I'm a spirit, does a spirit have teeth?
No.
Does a spirit have eyes?
No.
Does spirit have a heart? We don't know. But if I die and I'm a spirit, because that's what most people think, how can there be weeping and gnashing of teeth in hell? What's weeping? What's gnashing?
Mm-hmm.
How can my skin feel fire if I have no skin?
Oh, wow.
And why is heaven laden with milk and honey? Anybody ever seen milk and honey traveling somewhere? It's nasty.
It's a mess.
Where does milk come from? Cows and people.
Yeah,
So is there
people,
cows up there yolking?
Yeah.
Where do honey come from? Bees. Is it bees everywhere making honey? The stories that we learned in the Bible weren't to be taken literally.
Mm-hmm.
They were to just be guides to get us back to the source of it all, and that's love. But we as humans take them so literally. At least the things that we want to take, right? Because if we lust, we're supposed to pluck something out of our eyes, or if we still supposed to chop
the hand off.
But we don't do none of that.
Mm-hmm. And we the girls be boosting in Walmart.
Or get stoned for eating shellfish. Or I could not wear this polyester bling polo because I also will be stoned.
So we pick and choose the stories that we want to live off of.
Mm-hmm.
But if we just went back to what Jesus said and love God and love people, we would be okay. Mind your business, love God and love your neighbor. But most, to get to your original question, because I know I took a long time, I couldn't do anything without loving myself. I had to get to loving myself first. Freedom comes in loving yourself. You can't love anybody else until you love all of you, not just the parts of you that you want people to see.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Ben Carlton, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, so let me clap up for it one more time.
I'm black. I'm gay. I'm a minister.
No, I'm black. I'm a minister. I'm good because I don't
Right. Because the shock value is that
I
you're
don't want
gay
to type
after
in
that.
it wrong.
Absolutely. On blacklove.com.
BlackLoveWins.com.
Black Love Wins. Okay, look, we're gonna get this branding correct, ladies and gentlemen. But that was amazing. You dropped gems today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's that's what it's about. Sharing the love that I learned, sharing the knowledge that I learned. But I know we live in a soundbite world and in a clickbait world, but you got to take some time to dive into self and dive into reasoning and understanding. And I try to take people as quickly as I can on that journey of just understanding why you believe what you believe.
Well, that's it for the topic today.
That's great.
All right, so let's get into the question of the day.
Question.
All right, so as we all,
I'm ready to go on. I love the party and dance.
So we know that today is Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, and I don't know about you, Eric, but Ben, I'm pretty sure in church you had to do an Easter speech. Had to get up. I remember my first official Easter speech was not really so much a speech, but it was a song. And I sung God Has Smiled on Me.
Come on,
the old wonderful hymn. No, I don't know if you know that one.
No.
Okay, we're not going to perform it today.
Okay.
So I was wondering if we were to be in church right now and have to give our modern day grown up Easter speech, what would be a line or two from your Easter speech?
I guess I will go last because I need like a template.
Oh, you never went.
I went to church, but like I think I stopped when I was like maybe 12.
Okay.
So I don't really remember anything.
You remember Easter speeches? Ben, do you know what your 2 lines from your Easter speech would be?
Jesus rose so that I could live. Trying to think at that level. Jesus rose so I could live. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
At that elementary level. I'm trying to remember the speeches, but yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Jesus rose so I could live.
I remember Jesus wept. That was like the 5-year-olds ones. And then like of course God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Forever live in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And the whole rest of that. But I also remember having a full speech about just like life. But if I was to give one today, it would be Nuck if you buck for Jesus. Because people will try you, but if you got a full armor of God on, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Yes.
What'll be yours, Eric?
What I learned today, thou shalt not wear polyester.
Okay.
Fashion police.
Love thy neighbor. In the name of Jesus, thou ain't no punk bitch.
Amen. Hold on, let me. And then for the sermon, for the A selection, we just go.
Long as I got
Amen.
Jesus, long as I got Jesus,
It's the clap and stomp combo for me. It's the clap and
the instant head bob, clap and stomp. As you look like, what is going on here? It's just
it's universal.
It is. There's many people that want to run from that. It is a culture. Black church culture is a culture within itself, unlike any other.
Yeah.
When the slave owners finally gave Black people the right to start our own church and have ministries, we took all of the African spirituality that they deem unholy today and made Black church culture.
It's been passed down.
Is that where the speaking in tongues comes from? Where does that come from?
Speaking in a heavenly language is a spiritual language between our spirit and the spiritual realm. It is speaking things, and some people is real and some people they imitate, but it's speaking a language we don't understand, where our spirit is connecting with God. Our spirit connects in many different ways. You have the way we connected. We didn't know each other, but the moment we instantly met, we connected. Why? Our spirits were speaking to one another. Our spirits connect. So that's what happens in the heavenlies. And in different parts of the world, it manifests in different ways. But in America, it manifested on Azusa Street, right here in Los Angeles. And there was a great sweeping of the Holy Spirit and revivals around the country with the manifestation of tongues right here in California.
That's crazy.
Wow. Did you
More
know that?
No, the more you know.
With the rainbow? Wow, I had no
perfect.
idea. Was that gay?
It was
the rainbow.
The rainbow.
The rainbow.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's gay. Gay is a superpower, child.
It is.
Because you got to be super powered. You got to be a superhero to live this life.
Because it ain't easy, but it is fun. If you do it right.
Sounds like Compton.
All right. Well, that was all for the question of the day. I don't know where you're going with that, but we just going to make a sharp left.
It's dangerous but fun.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And now it's time for If I Told You That. Today's If I Told You That is, if you had to go live on national television for 1 hour, what would you talk or do? That's written weird. What would you talk about or do during that time?
I will have the Kelvin Unique Variety Show. We would have song, dance. We will have skits. We will have a word. We will have lights, pyro, smoke, Beyonce. That's what I would do.
That's one of the events where you fake an anxiety attack ensue.
Right there
there's so much happening in this event for an hour.
Oh yeah, it's jam packed.
Yeah, like no.
Oh, ratings to the roof.
I'm seasoned out. It's done.
Ratings to the roof.
That will be your first and last show because you ain't gonna have the budget after that.
Oh no. Oh, they're gonna give me the budget.
$450,000
to Zeus after this.
Not Zeus. It's gonna air on Zeus.
Go straight to Zeus.
My God.
I hope you don't bring the Lord into that.
They need it over there.
They need it. I'm gonna reach out to him. Y'all need to bring me on as
they're getting a big
lawsuit. A counselor.
They're getting a big lawsuit right now.
I ain't gonna say too much because they've been bringing me on their red carpet. So I'm gonna
shout out to Zeus.
No, this is no critique. Just bring me on as a counselor to help the people.
Shout out to
that would actually be great television. Yeah. Zeus, let me
shout out to Zeus.
Hello, Zeus.
Ben.
Wherever you at, I'm available.
Because they did that on what was it? Charm School?
Monique.
Yeah, can you imagine that on Zeus? Come on,
I idea.
Actually, right there
they
down.
Would be trying to fuck you, Ben. They'd be trying to fuck you.
Well,
who, the Bad Boys Club?
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as the cameras are allowed to go off, I'm fine.
That sounds
you
like
gonna have me on Twitter.
That sounds like a great season.
It's going right to Twitter.
A great season. It's a great season.
I see the vision. I love that. If I had to go live on national television for an hour, what would I talk about or do? Definitely have a dance break. Definitely. Okay. I want dance breaks before every commercial break. I want a guest interview because I love to get people's stories out there. We probably gonna have like a hip rap basement moment, like Tig of the Basement. Because I love rap. So I want a booth on the side. So I want to rap in the corner. I only get an hour, right? And I don't want to overwhelm the people. And then I'll have a guest performer. See, it's kind of like Calvin's, but a little more maintained. Yours gonna stress the girls out. Mine's has structure. You call
Mine's not gonna stress them out. Mine's not gonna stress them out. An hour jam-packed of entertainment.
It's a mess.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed.
Man, what are you gonna
do? I'm all about action, so I would have a political action show, but filled with all of your favorite rappers and entertainers talking about different issues, but a very elementary level, like Cardi B being real funny, talking about how trashy the Republicans are. Flo Rida talking about how trashy the Florida governor is, like just making it fun.
I love that as Flo Rida.
You know how Jimmy Kimmel has the people read the crazy tweets about themselves, like something along that line, but really informs people on important issues, but gets people to action, right? Because so much is done in private through the Republicans. They spend so much money in undoing all the good that we do. And so it's about time we expose them, but through entertainment, make it fun, lighthearted, and moves people to some type of action. Bring, Barack on, President Barack, and, Michelle do something really crazy together. Bring Oprah in, do something crazy. City Girls, I just bring all the people that have had voices, because the City Girls have had some political voice in Florida. If you didn't know, they
I had no
champion
idea.
women's rights in prison and
Go
a bunch
ahead.
of that. Yeah, but we don't know about it because no one will cover it.
That's telling. That's telling.
I love Young Miami. She's my favorite.
Yeah, I love her so much. JT is the one I kind of connect with a little bit when she talks to us, but I like her.
Young Miami is definitely my top 5 rappers of right now. So that's my homegirl. We like.
So when you mentioned Oprah, for whatever reason, all I heard was like turn the wigs around, and that wasn't her. But for some reason, like I'm just imagining, like
Oprah doesn't even wear a wig.
Is that all her hair all the time?
All Oprah's hair.
Really?
Have you never seen Oprah's hair press?
I've seen her hair in many forms. That's why I was like,
let me show you Oprah's hair press. You're gonna gag.
I still want to see her have a turn the wigs around moment.
Why is she gonna turn it? Why is she Effie White?
Wait, was it Effie or Dina?
Dina.
It was Dina.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. And it better be a nasty press.
That's her with her natural hair out. Let me see with her press.
That hair's thick as hell.
Okay. Y'all better leave Oprah alone.
Listen to me. I loves me some Auntie O. I remember she dropped the mic one time. Somebody was criticizing her online and asking what she's done for the Black community. And I'm making these numbers up, but she was like, I sent thousands of Black men through college at Morehouse University. What have you done?
Okay.
Drag them.
I can't find it.
Because, baby, the amount of money that costs, and it's at HBCU, I would shut up.
Private.
5 schools in Africa.
Yeah.
I just hate people when they try to tell other people what to do with their money. What you doing with your money?
What are you doing with yours?
Or if you don't see it displayed on social media, it didn't really happen.
Right.
Or how are you giving back to the community that you serve? Because I think that a lot of times, I'm not going to get in the soapbox because I want to run for mayor one day. But I think a lot of times people are so quick to point the finger at people who have a little bit more than them and think that they're supposed to be doing things for them and their community while not doing anything for their community where they are right now.
Facts.
And how can I be bettering your community if you don't want to take the first step to better it yourself? Stop looking at these celebrities who come in and save you. Stop looking at the presidents who come in and save you when you need to go to your elected officials in your township, in your city, in your district, and vote for them first. The reason that your cousin is in jail is not because President Joe Biden, is because you decided not to vote for your district attorney and you decided not to vote for the local judge. Stop blaming everything on the federal government and start doing things in your local government. I'm sorry.
So that's why Pookie is locked down.
That's why Pookie's locked down.
Free Pookie.
Because you decided not to vote for the district attorney.
And that's on Malcolm X Boulevard.
I'm good.
You want to give us a word in our last 5?
Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah, sure. Now it's time for what is it called? Uniquely Speaking.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch.
All right, y'all. So this is Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. And I know around a lot of churches, we are learning about the blood today. And one thing that I think that is super dope is that we know that the blood still works. Ha, Shondo. And we also know that that Jesus got up. But I think if we want to look at the story of the resurrection, I think we need to break it down to how it connects today. I think a lot of times people look at Jesus' story and says, okay, he was hung on the cross. He bled and died. They put him in a tomb. They rolled the stone away. He got up. He lived so we can live, right? But I think if we put that into today's terms and look at how fast we are so quick to crucify, metaphorically, how we are so quick to judge, how we are so quick to throw stones, how we are so quick to hurt each other. But what happens when that stuff turns around and is back on us? How do we handle judgment? How do we handle hatred towards us? How do we handle a metaphoric crucifixion of our lives and our character? And one thing that resonates with me is that even though they did this to Jesus, he still showed up with love. And I think that's what's important for us to take away from Easter Sunday. We walk away with love. When people are throwing stones at you, when people are being rude to you, when people are throwing dirt at your name, it's so easy for us to be like, nah, bitch, you got me fucked up. But it's a lot harder to say, you know what? Thank you, and I love you. I see your point. I appreciate your opinion, and I love you for it. I think that's the one main thing that we should be taking away from Resurrection Sunday this Sunday, is that no matter what comes at you, no matter who throws stones at you, no matter what they may say about you, how they may feel about you, that's on them. And the only thing that we can do to help heal their opinion is to heal it with love. And as Ben said, love is the core of everything. And if we're leading with love, then everything around it will fall into place. So this week, uniquely speaking, is literally when people are coming at your neck, when you feel like you can't do anything else, when you feel like they are trying to hurt, damage, and harm your character, show up with love. And that's my uniquely speaking for the week. Show up with love.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, Ben.
So beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate
He does this every Sunday. He's amazing.
All right.
Every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what time it is.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
You know, so it's time to.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
Period.
Okay, so what have we learned? We always end our show with what are takeaways and what have we learned from the conversation today. So, Eric, do you want to go first?
I've learned that I am the heathen in the room. I've learned that God still loves me in my heathen way. I have been reminded that everyone is learning to exist in this space with the cards that we were dealt. And that means being able to meet people in different spaces and understanding that some of their projections are not necessarily a reflection of you. And that is why you have to be so strong in who you are and so aware of yourself at all times, because if not only will you become bitter and jaded, but also hateful towards other people. And, you know, if you've been blessed to receive light, then I think that that's a calling to be light. So you guys taught and reminded me that today.
And what have you learned?
Make space for those who are different from you and don't have your lived experience. You know, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable because you're not churched.
No, I don't. Do I feel uneducated here? Yeah.
No, not to say that you do, but I'm saying my interactions in the space should not exclude you simply because you did not have that experience. Right. Making ways to make everybody feel welcome in the room is important.
Yes. And I've learned that love is love and love heals all. So before we got here, Ben, real quick, because we have 14 seconds. Tell them where to find your book and where to go. 10 seconds, go.
BlackLoveWins.com and on social media, Ben Carlton. Ben Carlton.
Give them the name one more time.
BlackLoveWins.com.
All right, y'all. Bye. Eric, you ain't gonna say your thing? Okay.
Oh, shit.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
I hope y'all got right.
Bye.
Because we didn't say social media.
Bye. I know, because we only had 10 seconds.